There's fury today over the plea deal for Brian Kohberger, accused of stabbing to death the 4 University of Idaho students. Kohberger was facing death by firing squad if convicted, but he's now agreed to plead guilty at a hearing at this courthouse in Boise tomorrow. At a later hearing, he's expected to be sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. What is not yet known is how much information about the murders Kohberger will be compelled to reveal. The families of the 4 murdered victims are split over the plea deal. Victim Kaylee Gonsalves' father, Steve, is outraged.
Shut up and get on board and deal with it. That's really what they told us. They failed me. They failed my whole family. It's our children. How can you say it's just when you haven't even talked to us to see what justice looks like?
Kaylee's sister is describing the deal as shocking and cruel, and the aunt of another victim, Xana Kronodal, says she told prosecutors no way when told of the deal. The father of Xana's boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, is reportedly in favor of the deal, and Madison Mogan's father also expressed support, saying it spares families the ordeal of a trial.
We can actually put this behind us and not have these future dates that have to do with this terrible person.
Prosecutors justified their decision in a letter to the families. This agreement ensures the defendant will spend the rest of his life in prison and will not be able to put you through decades of appeals. News Nation's Ashley Banfield. What was your reaction when you heard about this plea deal?
I was just gobsmacked. I didn't expect it. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect it. I have been to this rodeo before. I have seen last-minute plea deals. I just didn't think that this prosecution needed it. I feel like they had him dead to rights.
There's a mountain of evidence against Kohberger, who was a PhD student in criminology. It includes his DNA on a knife sheath and surveillance video that places him at the crime scene. There are even hairs from Kaylee's dog Murphy found in Kohberger's home.
Vengeance is something that some of the families want. The taste for vengeance doesn't always lead to justice.
Author Howard Blum chronicled the Idaho murders in his book, When the Night Comes Falling. He says one reason behind Kohberger's reported plea deal was to protect his family.
He was afraid that his mother would have to take the stand. It seems that on the morning after the murders, at 6 a.m., he calls his mother in Pennsylvania, it's 9 a.m. there, and speaks for an hour. Also, he had gone across country with his father, and during that conversation, according to the reporting I did, his father was getting intimations of the monster his son had become, and he did not want his father put on the stand.